I drove one of these in high school. So $14 million spec building. Okay.
Yep.
Today, guys, we're doing something different. We're going big time. This is a friend of mine's commercial project that they're building a 200,000 square foot warehouse. And we're gonna be showing you how they set these huge walls in place. I am fascinated, I hope you guys are, so we're gonna take you along for the ride to show you how this all comes together. It's pretty fascinating, so stay tuned. All right, today's video is sponsored by OLight. OLight has sent me these two flashlights today for the OLight O-Fan Day Sale, starting September 19th today through September 23rd. I already own this Baton 3 Pro Max. This is a great everyday carrying light. I have it with me all the time. I keep it in my truck and I use it on the job sites all the time. The two flashlights that OLight has sent me today, the first one is the Arcfeld, which is a smaller, kind of a flat square head, really easy to carry with you. And the most exciting new announcement is the Seeker 4 Pro, an ultra bright flashlight, and it's awesome for outdoor use. This maxes out at 4,600 lumens. And get this, there's a 260 meter beam distance. That is a long way. Both of these are super impressive with long battery life. And the Arcfeld over here, this small little beauty has 5 brightness levels and 2 color temps, which is great for job sites when I'm looking for drywall imperfections. This one has a max of 1,000 lumens and a 100 meter throw. Both of these lights come with magnetic charging cables. The battery life is amazing, and most of these lights are IPX rated, which means they're waterproof. Check out the link in the description below to check out each light, and use the promo code BTB10, that's Brad the Builder 10. So BTB10 and you will get a 10% discount. During the O-Fan sale, OLight is giving away keychain lights with each purchase. There's more information on the website below. I know you guys will enjoy one of these. I like nice things, and this is a super quality flashlight. I build nice homes, so why not have nice products with you that you can rely on? So with that, I'm going to be getting back to the job site and put this to use.
It's a 208,000 square foot speculative warehouse. It has the ability to subdivide into multiple tenants or one user if.
So 208,000 square feet. But nobody's renting this yet. They're building it and they're waiting for them to come.
Correct. Couple prospects, but nothing committed yet as far as leases.
So roughly, let me ask you, 208,000. What is the expected cost?
All in construction costs on this are going to be right around 14 million
per square foot. And what is that? Do you know?
We're $68 a square foot, something like that, construction cost.
So $14 million spec building. Okay.
Yep.
That's a big league. All right.
It is, very much so. We will do this building, we will have the shell of this building up and done in roughly 6 months.
Start to finish, 6
Yes.
months. Holy cow.
So
I can't build a 2,000 square foot house in 6 months, but you can do a 200,000 square foot house. Okay.
But there's lots of repetition.
Yeah,
This is all
and there's really not much finish. It's just walls,
Correct.
Ceiling, floor. There's no interior finishes. So
Correct. Now,
I'll give you that.
Likely there will be.
Yeah, but that'll be tenant finish
Correct.
later on.
Once we
Okay.
have leases. So the way we set these up is all of our docks are on this side, and then we also have the ability to have parking, so we could have 2 office areas there. We do leave a knockout area here so that if it does go to smaller tenants, we won't pave this area. We could either have additional docks or
A drive-in
entrances there as
Okay.
well.
But basically, it's just one big open
Yep.
200,000+ square foot of space. How high are the ceilings?
We have 30-foot clear to structure.
Wow, that's
This
big.
whole building single slopes one direction, so all the storm water's coming off here on the south side.
So the lowest part is 30, and then it gets higher back
Correct.
here?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, right
So
now.
here's your office. This
This
is
is it.
nice. Air
This is
conditioned
home
and
away
heat.
from home.
Got the mini split. The nice clean job site trailer. And what do we got here? These are, we have donuts on our job
That's
site.
lunch.
Fried pork rinds. Man, I've never had one of those, but we'll try them later.
There you go.
All right, Brent, let's see. Well, where do we follow you? Get in your truck? What's the deal? You got
I'll
your,
drive the whole site. And
Okay.
For it, and then
all right.
do
Wonder what that is. This Wednesday? It is Wednesday, but
Yes.
it's supposed to do this at 11 o'clock. It's the sirens? No,
I
it's
don't
10.
know.
Oh.
They go all the time.
Okay.
They're a volunteer fire department.
So today, how many panels are you hoping to set today?
Today we have 14 or 15 of them scheduled. I think 14. We're getting into the dock doors now, and so there's a little more alignment and detail work there.
It's not, instead of just a simple straight solid wall run,
Yeah.
you gotta, these people that are setting them are subcontractors for you,
Correct.
is that right? Okay.
Correct. So that's how they show up on the site. That's actually on its side right now. There's picking eyes in the top and in the side, and they'll pick it up off the trailer, drive the truck out, and then rotate that panel in the air, and then set it in place.
Okay.
So
And what's that
it's-
panel weigh roughly? Is
I
that
think our heaviest panel on this job site's 44,000 pounds. That one there, because of the knockout,
notch it.
because it's a little shorter, is probably in 38,000 pound range.
wow? Okay. All right. So what we're going to do, Brett's going to take us and show us how this crane. They just set one of those big panels, and this is, Brett, where you're saying where all the dock doors are going to be. You've got the huge back wall. That's the north wall. It's all been set. Right, and so this panel is going to be the next one in place, and that we're looking at the bottom of it on the left side. Is that right?
Yep, so what you're seeing right now is the inside face of that panel.
Okay.
The bottom of it is facing the front of it.
And those cutouts are going to be the dock doors.
Correct. So
Okay.
what you're seeing on the bottom portion here, that's half of a dock position.
All right.
You'll notice there's a couple of steel embed plates in the bottom of that panel.
Yeah, the discolored ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're just painted with primer. Those are how it connects to the foundation. So there's a plate cast into the foundation, and we'll go look at that. When they set on there, then they take a piece of steel and they weld the wall to the foundation.
All that happens today
That happens as they set
as
them.
they set them.
Yep.
So that keeps it in place.
Yep.
Okay. And they just keep fitting together, joining together. Is there any way how they pick up on what's level? Do they're supposed to, they slide
yeah,
in, it's
they'll-
like automatically gets it level?
No, there's nothing automatic about it.
Yeah.
Each panel gets a brace on it, and it braces back to the floor in this case.
Okay.
And those are like a turnbuckle. You turn them and they move in and out.
I gotcha.
And that's how they plumb it, and they'll use a laser to set it for plumb. The gaps between them, they're all designed so it's a 1/2 inch joint in between that gets backer rod and caulked, and they'll maintain that as well.
Wow. All
So-
right. Can we go up inside and look backwards?
Yeah,
at that?
absolutely. In
Okay.
fact, let's walk around.
Hey, you guys want to see what a real work truck looks like? This thing's only 2 years old. I don't think it's ever seen a car wash. Full of gear on the inside, and this thing is rigged up for real work. These guys are doing all the welding and setting the steel. Generators in here, tools, ladders, everything you'd need to build this building.
That plate goes right there.
Oh,
It welds there, and then it welds up the sides and the back of the wall.
and that's all that holds that wall. I mean, that ties together, that keeps it from,
Yep.
that's all it needs.
I'll get you a sledgehammer. You can try and break one loose.
Oh man, it's the little things that hold the big things together. That's cool. All right, I find this extremely fascinating. So they have built this entire building by standing up all these panels, and we're getting ready to watch one come off the truck. So this one just got set, and they take these big steel posts up there, and then that's what they crank down with the turnbuckle to make sure that it's level. And when they get it there, the guys on the bottom weld those steel plates on to hold it into place. So it's just one process over another. I'm learning just like you guys. I find this so fascinating. I hope you like it. Let me know in the comments if you want to see more stuff like this.
So you'll notice those guys up in the baskets there. They're setting what's called a continuous edge angle.
Oh, that's for the roof, right?
Yeah. And so the joist will bear on that at the edge. They'll sit on top of that angle, and that angle is welded in embeds in each panel. And
Oh, it's already been set up. All those little gray spots, steel in there.
Yes.
So when they set the roof panels, they just automatically know where to
Correct.
So all this building's been obviously engineered, designed.
Very much
like
so.
a Rector set, and they just put it together like
Yep.
Legos a little bit, huh?
And if I've done my job right, it all fits.
It all fits, yeah. And if it doesn't, you call the engineer.
No, they all call me.
Yeah, you're always the fall guy, aren't you?
Yep.
So these guys are setting these panels. These guys are down here starting to get all the steel in place, and they got these big steel posts in here, which are going to support the rest of the roof system.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep. And then on top of those, these are girder trusses that'll set near, and then the joists will run in between them the opposite direction.
How will you heat and cool this? Will this be heated and cooled?
Yes, heated, not necessarily cooled.
Okay.
We have the capacity electrically to air condition the whole thing if we want to, but initially we just heat them, and most warehouse space in this town kept at 55 to 60 degrees.
And it just kind of does that because of the concrete, the shell. It's like it just happens to be that way with.
Well, we use a product called an air rotation unit. You may have seen one. They're a big, tall tower, and they pull air across the floor, run it up through a heat exchanger, and then dump it out at the top. And it just
takes the cool air down on the ground and moves it around. How about the heating? Is it geothermal you put in here?
Nope, it's all gas fired.
All gas fired. Up in the attic, up in the ceiling?
No, those air rotation units.
Oh, that's all part of it as well.
There's a heat exchanger in
Oh,
there.
I got you.
So if we were to set that one, that's called a flag.
Oh, okay.
If we were to set that one in order, it'd want to tip over.
Oh.
So we needed this one in place, and then we'll drop that one in the middle and connect all three of those to each other before they let go. But this panel will stand on its own.
Yeah, how come? Why does that one stand on its own? I mean, that's got a skinny little leg. Oh, I see. That leg is more substantial. Oh, it's centered. Where that one, oh, I see.
Yeah.
There's no stability in it. So that's why you call it a flag. It kind of looks like the state of Nebraska. Is what it does.
There you go.
It's kind of that's our shape.
For now.
For now, yeah. And your goal is to have this all wrapped up. You say you're 2 months into the project, and it's a 6-month project.
Yep.
So 4 more to go.
Yep.
And you factor in weather and all those kind of things a little bit as much as possible?
We got caught with our pants down a little bit this year because we had those big rains in August that normally we don't get.
Yeah, we had the extreme heat, or no rain, or all kinds of rain.
Right.
So he tells me they've had, I think they said about 5 or 6 semi-loads of steel being delivered. This here is the roofing that's going to be going on, and what you're seeing over there are all the girders that will be set between these posts to support the roof load when these steel panels go on. So we're on the north side of the building now, and why did you leave this open? Just for like plumbing, sewer?
Okay, so no, that's a great question though. So we have to be able to get to the footing to connect. So I couldn't pour eventually the floor pours all the way up to here.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, so I can't pour it all the way because I have to make that connection. The way we design these buildings, everything's divisible by 6. The joists are 6 foot on center, the panels are 12 foot wide, the bays are 48 by 48. It makes the math work really good.
Okay.
So we just held back one panel joint, and it does give us the benefit of being able to put utilities in here if we need to. In this particular case, we don't. We have a little bit of electrical.
When they set this on the footing, you got to make that connection, and then you'll come back later. Okay. So when you connect this floor, you'll come down and take this rebar and then pull this out.
Yep.
And join the floor together.
Exactly. So that's a metal keyway that's in there that ties those 2 slabs together, and then all those bars bend out.
Okay. Oh yeah. So it's got a little joint right down here. So when it pours, the concrete fits in there.
Yep.
So it's like it fits like this.
Tongue and groove.
Tongue and groove, and then all this.
Plywood.
So it keeps all the floor tied together.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
A lot of planning.
This precast has all been grouted. We just did that yesterday.
Okay, down here to fit that joint. And I see you've insulated.
Correct.
Down in here. Is that a code thing for?
Yeah, that's part of the energy code, is to get that insulation in there.
On all slabs. Like when we do, we do that also on slab on grade. But what's interesting, when you pour a basement that's not a slab on grade, you don't have to do it.
Correct.
Doesn't make sense.
I agree.
So,
I don't make the rules.
I know, yeah. so this is good. You should do that on every house to help insulate, because the freeze will come all the way through, especially in cold climates like ours. That ground is going to transfer through it. So when you're standing on your basement floor, your garage floor, it's colder than heck, your ankles start hurting. It's because you don't have this.
So yesterday we grouted all that, and then that gave me the ability to get out here today and do this grading.
Because you grout from both sides. So,
Correct.
okay, so out here now,
So what we're doing here today with the dozer is this building's 860 feet long, and it's got a drain to a spot there and a spot way down there. So
is it going that way and that way, or it's all going?
The point's right at that telephone pole,
okay.
Right where he's at right now.
I see. So he's grading everything, the water to go that way. So is that pretty much the middle of the building? Almost?
Yeah, it's real close. So we're trying to get all this grade in and established because I have to pour a sidewalk all the way around this building for fire exiting.
I see.
And the problem is with this 40-foot high wall, there's never any sunshine back here, and we're going into fall. So once this gets wet, it becomes
a mess that
challenge.
Never really dries out because it's
Correct.
always in the shade and it's always cold.
Yep.
So it freezes and thaws and just
Right.
creates muck. Solid at night, frozen, and then it turns to muck
So
by the day. Okay.
We're pushing real hard on this right now. We get this all graded, we'll pour all the stoops, and then we'll come back and do this connecting sidewalk, get it seated.
But these doors, I mean, they're how tall? You're just gonna have a few, will this door be about right? Want to be about right here?
12 inches up from that footing.
Okay. So then you're pretty much almost gonna walk out to a slab, wouldn't you?
Dead even, yep.
Dead even. Okay.
No step.
Interesting. So, all right. So you're doing this is your backfilling and grading like
Yep.
we do with our houses.
Yeah.
Any sprinkler systems and that kind of stuff make it look pretty at all?
We don't irrigate on the back side. We'll irrigate everything on the front side.
Okay. So you have a couple different panels. This one has a different texture to it, Brett, and this one's nice and smooth. Is that just part of the architectural element?
Yeah, if you step back far enough to look at it,
You'll
see
see.
those kind of big arches that are cast in and that real
So it's
subtle color difference.
And then you got a little joint up there to help break up the wall. That's just decorative band, right?
Correct. Yep.
Okay.
That'll get painted.
Oh, I see. And then
so-
for signage and what have you. So impressive, man. So I wonder why we don't build houses out of these things. They'd be kind of boring. I mean, they
don't
build
think you-
shipping containers and they
Right.
build pole barns and all
I mean,
that.
you can make them as fancy as you want.
Yeah.
The challenge is right now is the precast industry is almost having a hard time keeping up with just the warehouse.
With the
stuff.
warehouse stuff. What about an R value? Is there an R value to these panels?
There is. So the panels they're a composite panel, 4 inches of concrete on the inside width, which is actually the structural piece. Then there are 3 inches of rigid insulation, and then 3 inches of concrete on the outside, and that's all tied together when they cast them.
Do they have a rating? Do you know what the rating is by chance?
Yeah, just the rigid alone, I think, gets you about an R23 or something, and then
the concrete has a little
concrete's
bit.
got a little bit to it as well, the inner width
Yeah.
especially.
So do you have to deal with those kind of energy compliance stuff on the commercial, these kind of warehouses?
Yep.
Oh, you do?
Yep. So it's the same international electric code or energy code.
Energy
that
code as
you guys are
residential.
using, but
so I would think
it's different for commercial than it is for
yeah, because you're not
residential.
living in it. You don't have to have it super, I mean, at 70 some degrees to keep
Right.
it comfortable, but
It's
okay.
just another set of criteria.
Yeah.
But same code, different set of rules.
Okay, we all have rules to live by,
We
don't
do.
we? Yeah.
And they're good. Generally, it's been a good thing. We're building better buildings now than we were 20 years ago.
They're
because of it.
safer, fire safety,
Yep.
structural, all that. So I would think this would be a good building to be in when there's a hurricane or a tornado.
It's pretty impact resistant.
Man, yeah.
Yep.
Look at that. That's your little sweeper that keeps the place clean. Is that yours? You get to drive around? Yeah, I might want to do a spin or two just to give it a old college try. I gotta come back and get me a what? Is that a 10-hour job? Bluetooth in it? Oh shoot, that keeps a guy wanting to keep driving, I guess. You gotta take care of the driver. Cup holders, music. We might have to go look at that in a little bit. I drove one of these in high school. You'd think I would remember. My parents were kind of mean. This was my first car when I turned 16. So it's bringing back some old memories. I just can't remember how to start it. They told me there's a cup holder. Can't seem to find it. But if I get this thing going, I could clean this place up and maybe make a few bucks before I head back home. The brake's on. It's got a horn. Not very impressive. The fan's going. It's got a radio, but I can't get it started. To be continued. Maybe when I come back the next time, I'll have a job here and start cleaning this place up. I'm a little bummed I can't get this thing started. Oh, here we go. Whoa, whoa, hey, hip, ho, fire in the hole. Okay. Is my blades turning? I lowered it. Here we go. Am I making any progress? I'm getting this real clean right here. All right, my work's done here. I got it clean from here to here. I did not do that. That was here when I got here. So for the record, I'm going to leave it just a little farther forward and run back to my truck. This is a fine-tuned orchestrated machine. As the trucks come in with the panels on them, there's already one that just left and another one on its way. They're going to be putting up 14 or 15 of these panels. And so as the panels get set, the next guy has these shoring columns in place that they attach to every single wall panel. And once they get it level, then the guy starts tack welding all the steel plate. And when that's done, then the next one comes in and they start the whole process all over again. We got a crane operator, they got a guy running a boom, and these guys seem to not even talk to each other. They just know what they need to do, and it comes together very efficiently, Say that twice fast. So on commercial job sites, you'll see what's different than residential is they'll have sometimes these big semi-trailers. This happens to be Sigma, the contractor for the building we're touring today. But also what I find interesting is these job site trailers. And you see it looks like something you'd hitch up to, very different, very similar to a trash trailer. This is a metal container. And what's nice about having these on the job site, let me take you inside. This is where they keep all the blueprints. It's not real big, but they got the microwave, air conditioning, heat, everything that's going on this job site. The project superintendent has total control, has everything at his fingertips, and any questions they have, and they keep everything inside this job trailer. They have a grease board, a table. What's nice about having this, these projects are so big and they're so detailed that it's important to have one guy on site all the time answering questions. Sometimes on residential, on great big jobs that we do, we would probably have something just like this, but typically the jobs are, not huge. They're in anywhere from 3 to 6, 7,000, 8,000 square feet. A job site trailer is not necessary, and affordability, you might have a project manager running 2 or 3 jobs. This guy is just running this job full time, and you can hear he needs to be here all the time answering any questions. So instead of sitting in his truck all day long, he's got a place to kind of hang out and stretch his legs. This is something I wanted you to show you the inside of a job site trailer. If you guys ever tried fried pork rinds, I was reading this. You can eat 32 of these things and only 80 calories. I think it's like eating a cooler. Styrofoam, maybe give one a go try. Oh my God. It's like, tastes like bacon and a styrofoam cooler all in one. I'm gonna go outside and spit this out. Hey guys, let me know what you thought of today's video. This is something totally different. It's way beyond what residential construction's like. It's a total different animal. I find it extremely fascinating. I would love to hear your comment if you'd like for me to find some more construction job sites to add to the channel. And as always, please like and subscribe, tell your friends. And we also have a lot of Brad the Builder hats to sell. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next job site.